Germany's conservative opposition leader, Friedrich Merz, arrived in Kyiv on Monday, reaffirming his commitment to supporting Ukraine in its war against Russia.
Unsere Position ist klar, auch die meiner Bundestagsfraktion. Wir wollen Ihre Armee in die Lage versetzen, Militärbasen in Russland zu erreichen. Nicht die Zivilbevölkerung, nicht die Infrastruktur, aber die militärischen Ziele zu erreichen, von denen aus Ihr Land bekämpft wird. Und ich habe das im Deutschen Bundestag vor einigen Wochen gesagt, mit dieser Reichweitenbegrenzung zwingen wir Ihr Land mit einem Hand auf dem Rücken zu kämpfen. Und das ist nicht unsere Position.
Коли ми говоримо про заморожений конфлікт, якщо між нами, то ми про це говорили. Я сказав, ми більш ніж хтось в світі хоче закінчення війни. І, безумовно, дипломатично закінчення війни принесе більш збереження життів, і ми хочемо цього. Але я наголосив і президенту Макрону, і президенту Трампу. Передусім, ви побачите, Путін не хоче закінчення цієї війни. І скажу вам відверто, ми можемо подумати і попрацювати над позицією Еммануеля. Пам'ятаєте, він пропонував, щоб якась частина військ тієї чи іншої країни була присутня на якихось територіях України, які б гарантували нам безпеку, поки Україна не в НАТО. Але ми повинні мати до цього чітке розуміння, коли Україна буде в ЄС і коли Україна буде в НАТО.
Russian President Vladimir Putin awarded the prestigious Gold Star medals to military personnel on Russia's Day of Heroes to honor their bravery. During the ceremony at the Kremlin, Putin met with the widows and mothers of soldiers killed in action, expressing condolences and appreciation for their sacrifice.
Владимир Владимирович Путин.
Прошу вас. Прошу. Сегодня, в День Героев Отечества, мы отдаем дань уважения всем нашим согражданам, которые совершили выдающиеся поступки во имя страны и ее будущего. Своим трудом, делом, ратным подвигом показали пример самоотверженного служения Родине и своему народу. Мы чествуем всех, кто в разные времена и эпохи защищал свободу и независимость нашего государства. Наше право остро чувствуем нерушимость многовековых традиций воинской доблести.
Капитану Енину Валерию Анатольевичу.
President Joe Biden hosted a ceremony at the White House to honor the 2024 Kennedy Center honorees, including filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola.
We're the only nation in the world, major nation, founded on an idea, literally an idea. That idea was we're all created equal, deserves to be treated equally throughout our lives. We've never fully lived up to that idea, but we've never walked away from it either. In America, artists have made sure we never will. And that's what we celebrate tonight. 59, 2,300 concerts from Woodstock to Egypt's Great Pyramids. Raised in Queens, New York, the grandson of Italian immigrants, Francis Ford Coppola was once a 9-year-old boy homebound with polio. But with a tape recorder and a camera by his side, his imagination took seed. Over 6 decades, he would write, direct, and produce over 70 films, both sweeping epics and deeply personal stories, taking big swings to explore who we are as a nation and who we are as human beings. Patton, The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Dracula, 5 Oscars, 14 nominations. This is one of the favorite events of the White House, and I mean this sincerely. President, the Senator. Fostering talent before they were stars, like previous Kennedy Center honorees who are here tonight. Robert De Niro. Robert, stand up. I'm a big fan, man. I want everybody to see you. If I get in trouble, I'm coming to you, pal. Well, Francis, I'm looking for work in February. So maybe you've got something for me and a Biden-De Niro combination here. I can't sing, I can't act, I can't dance, do a damn thing, but I can help you. Mentioning his fellow filmmakers and partnering with his good friend George Lucas, pioneer innovation in filmmaking. Formed in the San Francisco Bay at an inflection point in history, the Grateful Dead have long since transcended 1960 counterculture. Technical virtuosos fiercely dedicated to their craft, they fused decades and dozens of musical styles to create a willowy new American sound. Experimental, innovative, and brave. Their lyrics tell the story of dreamers and rebels, where iconic jams are just a performance. They're not just that, but they're an ongoing conversation with generations of devoted fans. Hundreds and hundreds of songs. And we remember Bonnie Raitt, born and raised in Burbank, the daughter of a famed Broadway singer, accomplished piano player with two musical brothers. 8-year-old Bonnie got her first guitar as a Christmas gift. The rest is history. Thank you, Santa. Thank you, Santa. Over the last 50 years, she's only 50 now, 13 Grammy Awards, 31 nominations, more Grammy performances than any woman in American history. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you.
Distinguished guests, please remain in your seats as the President, Vice President, Second Gentleman, and honorees depart. Thank you.
After the fall of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, the UN human rights chief Volker Turk called for accountability for those responsible for atrocities during Syria's civil war.
It is also true that the ICC is not going to replace what needs to happen in Syria itself, is to build up a domestic legal system that allows for fair trials in relation to all those where indeed there are serious grounds to believe that they have committed atrocity crimes. And that goes also for the president or the former president of Syria and whoever was in senior leadership positions. There are indeed serious grounds to believe that they may have committed atrocity crimes, and as a result, yes, they should be brought to justice. And I do not see this different from a transition process.
The erosion of respect for international law in the conduct of hostilities and the apparent indifference of powerful actors.
Any political transition must ensure accountability for perpetrators of serious violations and guarantee that those responsible are held to account. It is imperative that all evidence be collected and preserved meticulously for future use. Reform of the security apparatus will be key. This transition must also ensure that the tragedy of missing people is addressed.
Machado has to be hidden, to be detained, and also if you can update
Diversion and even gaslighting, and the dangerous.
So I hope that within this current environment, that obviously there will be this inclusive, very inclusive dialogue that involves, we always talk about women, peace and security, that involves women, that involves young people, that involves each and every segment of the Syrian society to forge a vision for the future of the country. There is a huge chance for this to happen. And what we have seen initially is indeed cooperation, including by the authorities that are still there, the institutions of the state. You saw that with the Prime Minister and the various factions that are currently that have taken over control.
That we face in the world today. The disregard for international law and the apparent indifference to my office has continued to report to the world in the
We need to stem the flow of arms into Haiti, Sudan and Myanmar, to put on notice those providing arms, including to Israel and non-state armed actors in Lebanon, Syria, the occupied Palestinian territory, that international law requires states to exercise care that weapons they provide are not used to commit violations. We need to insist that it is not okay and not legal to use anti-personnel mines in Ukraine. It is not okay to provide them for use there, and it is not okay to reduce the threshold for the use of nuclear weapons.
Thousands of lives were lost during this time. More than 100.
Just this past weekend, at least 184 people were killed in violence orchestrated by the leader of a powerful gang in the Haitian capital, Port-au-Prince, in the Cité Soleil area. These latest killings bring the death toll just this year in Haiti to a staggering 5,000 people.
So I would like you to speak.
Swiss News Agency, thank you very much, Commissioner, for the press conference.
It is crucial that states summon the leadership and political energy required to tackle the massive, ongoing and worsening catastrophe that is the triple planetary crisis. I'm concerned by the lack of ambition shown in the most recent climate negotiations and by reports that some countries are considering backing out of their commitments to climate action. We cannot continue like this. States have a legal obligation to prevent foreseeable harm to their people and their rights.
For the future. Hope that this would be an opportunity.
Rapper Jay-Z has been identified as the celebrity accused of raping a 13-year-old girl at a New York party in the year 2000, along with Sean Diddy Combs, in an amended lawsuit filed in federal court on Sunday. Jay-Z has denied the allegations on social media, calling the lawsuit a blackmail attempt by the plaintiff's lawyer. Lawyers for Jay-Z did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Combs, currently in jail on federal sex trafficking charges, has also denied the accusations back in October when the Jay-Z complaint was initially filed. The complaint, filed in the Southern District of New York, had previously listed the defendant as Celebrity A and did not name Jay-Z. It claims that the girl was drugged and assaulted by both men at a post-MTV Music Awards party hosted by Combs. Tony Busby, the Texas lawyer representing the alleged victim, told Reuters the lawsuit against Jay-Z, quote, speaks for itself, adding that the case will be fought in court. Busby also said that his law firm had attempted to mediate a settlement, which led to Jay-Z filing a counter-lawsuit accusing Busby and his colleagues of harassment. Busby called that an intimidation tactic meant to silence his client. In a post on social media, the lawyer said his client, quote, never demanded a penny from Jay-Z, adding that she only sought a confidential mediation.